The year of the Metal Ox is a year of major abundance, building foundations, so many amazing things, feeling really good in the process. And we're going to talk all about it today. So let's get started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Claudat. I am a modern Feng Shui master and founder of a whole method of Feng Shui and a school of Feng Shui called the School of Intention. And it is such a revolutionary method because it's unlimited. There are no limits, and it is based on that infinite possibility, creative awakening, and your goals and desires and intentions. And if you want to become a Feng Shui pro certified in this method of Feng Shui, below you will find all the details, and we are starting soon. But the bigger idea of mentioning this and how this Feng Shui works is because it's so linked to this year. It is so linked to the ideas of this Lunar New Year, which have everything to do with practice, bringing your talents and gifts to life, really being deliberate in your actions and being very focused on your intentions. So today we're going to look at how to harness all these themes of this year, which will bring you so much abundance. First things first. The ox, the year of the metal ox, the ox itself is an animal associated with abundance, associated with the harvest, associated with so many archetypes of big, huge growth and unlimited potential and working with nature to create abundance and energy and just awesomeness all round. And the ox is known for its steadfast pace. Not rushing, not pushing, just very methodically moving through life, getting things done. And that is such a powerful way to look at going after your dreams and bringing your goals to life. And so ask yourself, how are you approaching doing things now? Is it boom or bust? Do you have to do it all or you do nothing? You have to be 100% in or you stop moving forward? Or do you have plans that are broken down into steps so that you can methodically keep moving forward and really get things done? That's a big one. Now, the other aspect of this steadfastness and slow and steady wins the race is this sense of constantly committing and recommitting with consistency. So it's okay if you have moments where you doubt yourself or you're not sure of what you're doing, but ultimately, the pace of this year is, I am taking positive actions forward progressively every day. I am taking positive actions progressively forward every day. That is the vibe. And when you start doing that more and more, you will start bringing more and more amazing things into your life because you're creating a rhythm and it's actually affecting your energy field and it's going to be surrounding you in your home and it's going to be surrounding you in your life. So this is big. Now, practice is a huge part of this year. Practice, practice, and more practice. So what haven't you practiced? Or what do you want to practice? Again, this is a cultivation. You might want to think of this year as a garden, and you're cultivating the garden of all your dreams. And you are really not just planting the seeds, but really caring for them on a daily basis. And so you might have to learn how to grow certain plants in your garden. You might need to learn new skills to do certain things in your garden. You might need to adapt to new climates in your garden. You might have new plants that are learning to interact with other plants in the garden. All these things, you might have visitors to the garden. So there's all these components, and it all involves that consistency of showing up for your day, showing up for all the things you're working on, being present, but also this idea of learning what you need to learn and practicing what you need to practice in order to cultivate your mission. this year and moving forward. So every year in the Lunar New Year, every year has its own characteristics, but the idea isn't that you just kind of go through the year and then boom, that's done, and you drop all those habits and then move on to the next, but rather, how can you make the most of this energy specifically for you? So if you have not been practicing maybe the piano or another talent or skill you have, or maybe even your spiritual practices, or you haven't really had a depth of practice in the things that make you shine, now is the time to really do that. So what can you commit to and practice that's going to make you shine and going to bring more of your talents to life and more things self-expressed? And also on that note, what do you need to or want to learn in order to bring all that extraordinary nature of you to the surface? That is so important. So just like in the garden, you might have to learn how to grow tomatoes, or you might have to learn how to fertilize or to compost or to do something else. In life, you might have to learn how to do a certain skill, or you might have to or want to learn a whole new way of operating in a certain arena, maybe in your business, or maybe in your investing, or maybe in your house cleaning, whatever it is, so that it becomes both more enjoyable and more effective and more you. This is a year about bringing you to life even more through this consistency, shining through that consistency. Now, if you're someone who really thrives on spontaneity and just really believes, I'm an artist, I don't like restrictions, I don't like structure, I felt the same way. I have talked about this a lot. I resisted every single kind of structure known to mankind. And was I very creative? Yes. Was I very effective? No. And that's why I'm such a big fan of really getting a clear sense of how you are designing your days, so that you can really see yourself making progress and you have an overarching plan, which, by the way, you can change as you go, but you have an overarching plan that's moving you through the year, through the week, through the month, through the day. And it doesn't have to be elaborate, but you need to focus. So one of the beautiful things about the ox is that it has its head down, it's focused, it's doing its thing, and it is keeping on consistent forward motion and becomes stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger as he goes. And that is beautiful. And that's exactly what's going to happen this year. Building confidence, building momentum, building abundance, building magnetism, building products, getting things done, and really seeing things transform around you in the process. Now, let's get into the metal aspect of the ox. The metal ox, it's the metal element associated with the ox this year. And the metal element has everything to do with clean, clear, no clutter, no dirt, no dust. I recently got myself a duster, a magnetic duster that I love, and I've been dusting everything with a duster and with microfiber towels, just keeping everything really, really clear. A vacuum, mop, do all the things to clean constantly, not because you feel obliged to, but because you really like to. Really get into the love of all of this. Also, be consistent. Don't pile up so many things on your plate to do on a regular basis that you can't be consistent. That's setting yourself up for failure. It's kind of like saying, I'm going to run a marathon, so I'm going to run 12 miles today, 12 miles tomorrow, and then I'll run the marathon the following day. You will probably freak out. And even if you do run the marathon, it probably wouldn't be as rewarding as if you progressively trained and built yourself up to that place where it was just freeing and fabulous and felt amazing and you could embrace every single moment along the way. Organize, organize, organize. Organize everything, guys. Anything that can be organized, organize it. Do not organize clutter, meaning don't go into a drawer that has a bunch of stuff that probably you could get rid of and decide instead that you're going to put it into little boxes and little piles and do all this stuff. That's pointless because you don't even need the stuff. Let go of things, organize things. It makes such a huge difference. I will link another video on the power of clearing clutter, just so that you have a bigger overview of all the magnetic, powerful, abundant benefits of doing this. Speaking of which, we're headed into the season of abundance to kick off the Lunar New Year. So if you want to do the free Feng Shui video series, which is packed with videos to build your wealth, it's so much fun. Below you will find the link. It's some of the most powerful wealth feng shui, and it's really, really focused. So I hope you enjoy it, and you can get that below. Now, this is really important because we are definitely headed into a whole year of abundance. As you decide to commit more, as you decide to practice more, as you decide to design your days more, as you clean and clear more space, you're going to feel more and more and more of the doors opening around you. You're going to feel more opportunity flowing in. You're going to feel more ease. You're going to feel more present and more grounded. And that is the final note of this whole Lunar New Year, is this sense of being grounded, present, and having strong personal boundaries. And so what do I mean by that? It means you say no when you mean no. It means that you say yes when you mean yes. It means that you pick up the phone when you feel like you can, not because you feel obliged to, even though you know you're not going to have a productive conversation. It means that you are really respecting your energy and where you are spending it. It means that you also respect other people and want to empower them to deal with their own things as they can, rather than taking on people's problems and trying to solve them all for them, even though they have the ability to do it themselves. All those things of strong boundaries will help you to soar this year and all the time. So it's a time to, again, root out all of the draining situations that you don't need. No one needs needless drama, and get yourself in a place where you feel consistent, forward moving, step by step, moving constantly, committing toward the goals, cultivating, learning, really getting into that garden of life and bringing those plants into their biggest, most giant, productive, amazing season. That's what this year is all about. So what you focus on grows, so focus on all the amazing things and you will see them consistently grow. And by the way, you might be thinking, is this a lucky year for me? Every year is a lucky year for you, okay? Every year. You make your own luck, and you can decide that this is going to be the absolute best Lunar New Year ever. Despite what any horoscope or anything says, I suggest not even reading it or paying attention to it, and decide that you are going to make this the absolute best year ever, because you are that powerful. And this year is about your power. So questions, comments, leave them below. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Get into this vibe of building things together, really encouraging each other to keep moving forward and keep committing to all the things that matter the most to you. This whole entire YouTube channel is full of videos to build your abundance, clear space, clear clutter, clean, do all the things that make your home and your life shine. And I hope you have fun exploring. I will see you guys soon. Bye.